Discover the best in local business news with a subscription to the IBJ and Inside Indiana Business. For a limited time, try us out for just $1 a week for 8 weeks. Claim this limited time offer now at ibj.com/trial offer.
Eli Lilly and Company and Indiana University joining at the hip. Details on their new $40 million partnership and the impact it could have on those suffering from Alzheimer's and other diseases. Plus, we go one-on-one with Lilly CEO Dave Ricks.
The world's moving fast. Other people want the assets we have. But can we combine ourselves in a way where it attracts more talent to the region?
And downtown Indy seeing a lot of red this weekend. Why the Big Ten championship battle between IU and Ohio State is also showing signs of green. Plus, the Evansville company hitting it big time in the world of pickleball. Inside Indiana Business is next.
From Indiana's business news leader, this is IBJ Media's Inside Indiana Business with Gerry Dick. Presented by Elevate Ventures and Indiana University.
Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gerry Dick. We begin this week with news of a major industry academic partnership. Eli Lilly and Company committing to invest up to $40 million over 5 years to expand clinical trial access across Indiana and enhance care and research focused on Alzheimer's disease, a condition expected to impact more than 130,000 Hoosiers within the next decade. Now, leaders say the collaboration has the potential to transform patient outcomes while providing yet another boost to Indiana's growing life sciences ecosystem, positioning the state as a center for biotech discovery and collaboration. IU President Pam Whitten says the deal is the largest single industry-sponsored agreement in the school's history. IU's portion of the effort will be headquartered at the IU Launch Accelerator for Biosciences, or IU Lab, a $172 million facility currently under construction at 16 Tech, the Innovation District on the near northwest side of downtown Indianapolis. In a moment, a Business of Health reporter Kylie Veleta will take a deeper dive into what the partnership means for Indiana's burgeoning reputation in the field of Alzheimer's research. But first, pleased to be joined by the president and CEO of IU Lab, David Rosenberg. And David, thanks for joining us.
It's always great to be with you, Gerry.
A big deal, $40 million, as mentioned, the largest industry partnership in IU history. Is this, in a sense, a new day when it comes to industry collaboration for IU?
Under President Whitten's leadership, it is a new day for IU in terms of commercialization and industry partnerships. IU is moving at the speed and effectiveness that industry demands. This collaboration with Lilly allows us to accelerate those medical breakthroughs and get those breakthroughs to patients faster. As you mentioned, it's the largest at $40 million in terms of industry-sponsored research. And with Indiana's $99 billion life science economy, IU's $1 billion research enterprise, and the launch of the IU Lab, Indiana is home, a central hub to biotech and life science innovation. And there's no bigger names than that than Lilly and Indiana University.
As you look at the impact of this, again, a big focus on clinical trials and expanding that and access to clinical trials here. There's also a workforce piece and getting that pipeline of workforce for the life sciences sector.
Without question. And so on the clinical trials, it's really about increasing the infrastructure, having a statewide reach, using AI to get patients enrolled faster and get them access to that care. On the clinical care, focused on Alzheimer and neurology health, increasing diagnostics, access to research in those clinical trials. But most important, we need the people that can really power those two things on clinical trials and clinical care. And so working with our PhDs to embed them in Lilly, work on the manufacturing and development. We want to make sure the students that are coming to IU today are really the life science leaders of the future. And we think it's an exciting recruitment tool for IU, bringing in these industry partnerships like Lilly and creating that stickiness and talent pipeline for those industry partners.
When you look at 16 Tech, where the IU Lab is housed, will be housed, is being built right now, will open in 2027. It's a talent play, a talent attraction play. Will this announcement help to attract talent from outside Indiana?
Really believe so. And you talk about the ecosystem. There's very few places in the world that have what Indiana does in terms of the life science sector. Indiana University and the largest medical school and the commercialization innovation that's taking place. IU Health with 17 different hospital networks across the state. Lilly, the largest pharmaceutical company in the world, Zimmer Biomet, Roche, Corteva, Elanco could go on and on. And so very few places have the access to talent, the innovation, the true infrastructure that we have here. And I think this announcement further capitalizes and shows the collaboration that can happen between an academic institution and an industry partner.
Well, about 30 seconds left, David, but does this shine a national spotlight on the bioscience and the life sciences movement, in particular 16 Tech and what that can be?
Without question. With a name like Lilly, with a name like IU, the talent that we can pull, the innovation that can occur, the startups and entrepreneurship that will come from these type of partnerships, I think we'll see those dividends pay off for many years to come. David
Rosenberg, the CEO at IU Lab, thanks for joining us as always.
Thank you, Gary.
All right. Well, the IU School of Medicine's extensive research into Alzheimer's disease has drawn the attention of one of the biggest names in business, Microsoft founder Bill Gates.
And the big red button. Touching while you're in. Yeah, no touching anything while you're in there, but if you just step right in.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Gates pulling on a lab coat to check out Alzheimer's research labs at the IU School of Medicine just over a year ago. In 2023 alone, the IU School of Medicine was supported by $87 million in funding from the National Institutes of Health. Gates part of a growing movement to put the IU School of Medicine even further at the forefront of Alzheimer's research. Business of Health reporter Kylie Veleta here now with more. Kylie.
Well, thanks, Gary. As we've talked about, clinical trials is a major focus of this new agreement. Now, that's the point where patients really start to benefit from all the work that the researchers are doing. While this new effort focuses on clinical trials for several diseases, Alzheimer's will naturally float to the top due to IU School of Medicine's well-established might in studying the disease.
IU School of Medicine researchers are celebrating the new partnership with Lilly as it will grow the number of Hoosiers who can get the most cutting-edge treatments for Alzheimer's disease.
So we have existing treatments that we can begin to use, but we also want to continue to be able to provide new opportunities for care. And the way we do that is through clinical trials.
In addition to better treatments, diagnosing Alzheimer's is also making big strides. New tools, such as a blood test developed by Roche and Lilly, make it easier to identify which patients are most at risk for the disease.
We may have a way to identify even more people. How are we going to be able to provide opportunities for what does this mean? And what are opportunities for potential interventions? That's why it's so critical that we increase our capacity to take care of individuals that are in very early phases of starting down this road.
And increasing that capacity means a major ramp-up in medical training, a key focus of the new agreement.
Some of the challenges that we have here in Indiana, and actually is a challenge throughout the country, is are there enough individuals who can take that referral and make that really careful assessment to evaluate, is this Alzheimer's disease or is this another disorder?
While neurologists have traditionally been the experts in Alzheimer's care, the new effort will help train others, like nurse practitioners and physician assistants, to also specialize in Alzheimer's.
What we really want to do is improve the lives of individuals that live here in Indiana, and this directly impacts that goal.
A $40 million boost for better health that will also focus on diabetes, cancer, and cell and gene therapy.
I'm excited for this partnership with Lilly that sits in our backyard. It takes two strong organizations here within the state, brings us together and says, let's tackle important questions that we have. So I think that's incredibly exciting.
And this is interesting. Dr. Farood has worked in Alzheimer's more than 30 years. She says more progress has been made in just the last few years than those prior 30 years.
Wow, big spotlight on Indianapolis and Indiana too. As you look at this partnership, it's about more than the patient though, right?
That's right. A major piece of IU's Alzheimer's research is on the caregiver. They have researchers that are specifically studying how to better support the caregivers. Alzheimer's takes such a toll on the caregivers.
Yep. Kylie, great report as always. Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Well, coming up next, more on the major momentum at Eli Lilly and Company. I sit down with Lilly's CEO, Dave Ricks.
We have the life sciences assets here. What we're talking about today is how do we collectively organize to do even better together.
More from the Lilly leader and the company's blueprint to help Indiana get to the next level.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, investing connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures.
Buying or selling a home is too important to go it alone. Realtors are on your side when it matters most, as local housing experts with insight that goes deeper than a set of search results. With a strict code of ethics and higher professional standards to protect your interests. And with a commitment to Indiana, standing up for homeowners and taxpayers, supporting our economy, and working for stronger communities.
Indiana Realtors, the neighbors you know, the experts you trust, will find your way home.
Been a while. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know.
Oh, I see it's not flossing. I just added some secret weapons to my toolkit.
Huh?
They help me drill down further, digging deeper than I ever could before. Into my business and personal finances with Lake City Bank Digital.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Now let's take care of that tooth.
Add sharper tools for your money with Lake City Bank Digital.
You are all set, Brian.
I'm Devin.
Well, Taiwanese semiconductor giant MediaTek has opened an expanded design center in Purdue University's Research Park. Governor Mike Braun toured the new space this week. It is MediaTek's first partnership with an American university that includes a dedicated design center. MediaTek has worked with Purdue since 2022.
We're at a big inflection point for the economy, not just in Indiana, but for the whole country, where the focus is on these knowledge workers for the artificial intelligence era. You know, chip design is really very sensitive, and so you have to have a lot of technology protection.
The company's expanded office space is located near one of their partners, SK Hynix. The South Korean company is planning to invest nearly $4 billion to build its first U.S. semiconductor packaging facility at the Purdue Research Park. Well, circling back now to a sidebar to our top story this week, 2025 has been quite a year for Eli Lilly and Company. In November, Lilly became the first pharmaceutical company ever to exceed $1 trillion in market capitalization. And as work continues on Lilly's sprawling $13 billion investment at Lebanon's LEAP Innovation District, the pharma giant this year announced plans for 4 additional U.S. manufacturing plants. I recently sat down with Lilly CEO Dave Ricks, who is bullish on the prospects for the company and Indiana. Next year, Eli Lilly and Company will mark 150 years since its founding, a seminal event that would help turn Indiana into a center for life sciences and agricultural research and innovation. Ricks, who recently joined fellow CEOs at BioCrossroads' annual Life Sciences Summit, sees the milestone as an opportunity to reflect, but also look forward to what can be.
Innovative and entrepreneurial action by Eli Lilly is sort of the point of origin. That's 150 years ago. I think what we're saying now, the world's moving fast. Other people want the assets we have, but can we combine ourselves in a way where it attracts more talent to the region? The best science, particularly in shared technologies, like chemistry is one I'm a big advocate of, that is sort of the root of everything. And then an entrepreneurial environment where new companies can form and spin out that create innovation that is adjacent to these large players here in Indiana. That's the opportunity.
Yeah, in your view, what is going to be key to making this happen?
We've read about industries offshoring over the last 40 years, in particular to China. Chemistry is at the top of that list. So we need to reshore chemistry. New chemistry is green and clean. The plant we're building in Lebanon is a chemistry plant, actually, but the air and water around that will be cleaner than when it was a farm field.
As for what is being built in Boone County, Ricks sees the impact extending far beyond the factory.
It'll totally transform Lebanon and their surrounding area in a great way, not just for the big companies, but for the car dealers and the florists, the coffee shop, for carpenters who are going to build all the housing we need, for school teachers. We'll have to build new schools. So there is a massive impact that isn't just for the big companies. It affects everything around what we're doing. And for years to come, our plant there will be a 20, 30-year asset. So this is a generational opportunity.
And look for more big news from Lilly in the week ahead. Dave Ricks to join Governor Kay Ivey for a major biopharma announcement in Huntsville, Alabama.
The challenges are real.
Type 2 diabetes rising
Small
faster
businesses
among
need help.
Alzheimer's cases rising as population.
Solutions.
They said it'll never happen.
It's too hard.
Nothing will change.
Can't compete.
You'll never solve it.
And we said, watch us.
Central Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Indianapolis. Join business and community leaders at Innovate Central Indiana, a powerful morning of ideas, innovation, and insight. Join us at the Westin in downtown Indy, December 11th. All part of our Innovate Indiana series presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate. Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gerry Dick, coming to you this week from Northwest Indiana, Jeffersonville, Muncie, South Bend, in downtown Evansville, Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, Richmond, from one of the state's key entrepreneurial and innovation hubs, 16 Tech. Inside Indiana Business, Indiana's business news leader.
2nd and 5. Mendoza keeps, and Mendoza scores.
IU's dream season, undefeated at 12-0 on center stage this weekend in Indianapolis for the Big Ten football championship game. Well, this weekend, downtown Indy, a sea of red and green. IU taking on Ohio State for the Big Ten championship bragging rights. And the Hoosier basketball team squaring off against top 10 ranked Louisville at Gainbridge Fieldhouse earlier in the day. It all adds up to more than $25 million in economic impact for Indianapolis. And with IU and Ohio State doing battle in that championship game Saturday evening at Lucas Oil, and IU and Louisville on the hardwood at Gainbridge earlier, there's no shortage of red-clad sports fans spending plenty of green in downtown bars, restaurants, and hotels. For the city's important tourism sector, it marks the start of a very big month to close out the year.
When we host the Big Ten Football Championship, it drives the month of December for our tourism. You know, what most people don't realize is by having that first weekend for Big Ten Football Championship, PRI is then the second weekend in December, which just drives another big, huge weekend for downtown Indianapolis.
Now, Indy is the only home the Big Ten Football Championship has ever known. The city has hosted every game since its inception in 2011. And has the game through 2028. And the Indiana Sports Corporation is already working to keep the game beyond 28, admitting the competition has increased exponentially.
I mean, the competition's gotten so much stronger. Last time it was bid out, which is what we won through 28. You know, cities like Vegas bid on it, cities like Minneapolis, other places that are interested in it. You know, SoFi Stadium is now in the mix because they're out west now. I mean, when they expanded their footprint coast to coast, that opens up the competition greatly. When you start to think of some of the other stadiums that are coming online, Chicago's trying to build a new dome stadium. The Commanders are trying to build a new dome stadium.
Nashville getting a stadium as well. Next up on downtown Indy sports schedule, the Indy Classic at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Butler and Northwestern, and number 1 ranked Purdue and Auburn, December 20. A different kind of athletic event pumping some big bucks into Shelby County's economy. 4,000 athletes, more than 10,000 visitors in Shelbyville for the USA Track and Field National Junior Olympic Cross Country Championships. The second year in a row, the city has hosted that event.
And that's our goal, is to make sure we put our best foot out there, our best, foot forward, and that we do a great job so we can keep getting these events. And not only this event, but maybe this leads to something, similar. We do host a lot of NCAA, track and field events.
This year's National Junior Cross Country Championships taking place in Shelbyville, December 13th. Well, shooting hoops in the driveway or in the basement, pointing the bow and arrow, or playing games on the beach, chances are you've used products made by Evansville-based Escalade Sports. The company has been around now for more than 100 years and is also a leading manufacturer in the rapidly growing pickleball market. From the paddles to the net, Escalade's Onyx brand is scoring big in the world of pickleball.
Onyx has been one of the original brands in the sport, and we've been able to, of course, grow the product portfolio from, a handful of paddles and balls to a full line of products, from paddles to balls and accessories in between.
One of the biggest sellers in the Onyx product line, eyewear.
We have 5 models of protective eyewear that have done very well for us, and it's great to see and to hear that someone was hit in the face with a ball, but they were wearing protective eyewear so they weren't injured.
Pickleball is America's fastest growing sport. Participation up some 300% over the past few years.
This is going to be amped. This one's going to be amped.
Team Onyx pickleball standout Altaf Merchant says the pickleball craze goes beyond U.S. borders.
Now I'm seeing this next growth coming where I'm seeing junior kids, but I'm seeing players from other parts of the world. We had kids from Canada, India, Japan playing these world championships. We had a guy from New Zealand that came into play. So it's truly, truly becoming global now.
Pickleball equipment sales are expected to hit nearly $2 billion by 2032.
102.
Onyx poised to snag a big chunk of that pie while continuing its deep ties to Evansville and Southwest Indiana.
I go to these events and there's always, an auction item from Escalade Onyx, whether it's a basketball net or ping pong paddles. So they're very invested in the community, and to me, that's awesome to be part of that family.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
And Onyx pickleball paddles are one of around 60 products highlighted in this year's IBJ Executive Gift Guide. Every item has a connection to the Hoosier State, from books to wine to a fishing boat. You can view the entire guide now at ibj.com.
Buying or selling a home is too important to go it alone. Realtors are on your side when it matters most, as local housing experts with insight that goes deeper than a set of search results. With a strict code of ethics and higher professional standards to protect your interests. And with a commitment to Indiana, standing up for homeowners and taxpayers, supporting our economy, and working for stronger communities.
Indiana Realtors, the neighbors you know, the experts you trust, will find your way home.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures.
Central Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Indianapolis. Join business and community leaders at Innovate Central Indiana, a powerful morning of ideas, innovation, and insight. Join us at the Westin in downtown Indy, December 11th. All part of our Innovate Indiana series presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate.
Challenges are real.
Type 2 diabetes rising
Small
fast.
businesses need help. Alzheimer's cases rising as population.
Solutions.
They said it'll never happen.
It's too hard.
Nothing will change.
Can't compete.
You'll never solve it.
And we said, watch us.
Here's what's making news around Indiana. Brought to you by the Indiana Association of Realtors. Indiana's 21,000 realtors. The neighbors you know, the experts you can count on.
Well, it's full steam ahead to realign the South Shore rail line at South Bend International Airport. Northern Indiana officials preparing to apply for a $112 million federal grant to make it happen.
The westbound train is now arriving. Please stand clear.
The Northern Indiana Commuter Transportation District says the federal money will go toward moving the South Shore's connection from the east side of the airport to the west side. That would cut down travel time between South Bend and downtown Chicago by about 15 minutes. Millions of dollars going to Midwest farmers who are members of Indianapolis-based Keystone Cooperative.
It isn't about the logo you see on the side of a truck. It's what you experience when you know fully that we're centered on you. We are centered on the endurance of the family farm.
Farmers cashing in on being associated with Keystone Co-op. The co-op announcing it will distribute more than $57 million to members, and that includes 100% of farmer members' net profits. Keystone serves about 20,000 farmers across Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, and Michigan. Well, it is a big issue around the state, and in Spencer County this week, local leaders are working to address a housing shortage with a new apartment complex. The $5.5 million Frosty Flats project broke ground this week. It will include 44 market-rate apartments in Santa Claus. They're expected to be available in about a year.
Time now for our Eye on Education, brought to you by PNC Bank.
Well, Indiana University East is celebrating 2 decades of supporting aspiring entrepreneurs. Founder Tim Scales tells us the program focuses on a hands-on approach with podcasts, connecting with alumni who have their own businesses, and classroom instruction. In addition to teaching students, there's also a goal of helping the local community and getting involved.
We have a lot of students that may come to this campus that may not be from Wayne County, but by the time they graduate, sometimes they want to stay and they feel like this is their home because this is where they've truly been engaged and embedded for those 4 years here.
And we also have a responsibility here to make sure we're cutting edge, that innovation means innovative thinking and innovating how we use tools, pushing information forward.
IU East also offers the Business Opportunities for Self-Starters program for high school students. Congratulations to Tim Scales and his team. It's all the time we have for this edition of Inside Indiana Business. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gerry Dick. Go out and make it a successful week.
Been a while. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know.
Oh, I see it's not flossing. I just added some secret weapons to my toolkit.
Huh?
They help me drill down further, digging deeper than I ever could before. Into my business and personal finances with Lake City Bank Digital.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Now let's take care of that tooth.
Add sharper tools for your money with Lake City Bank Digital.
You are all set, Brian.
I'm Devin.
Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gerry Dick, coming to you this week from Northwest Indiana, Jeffersonville, Muncie, South Bend, in downtown Evansville, Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, Richmond, from one of the state's key entrepreneurial and innovation hubs, 16 Tech. Inside Indiana Business, Indiana's business news leader.
We are bringing the power of this
to this. With a new IBJ Media app, for the first time ever, you'll be able to get the Indiana Lawyer, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indianapolis Business Journal all in one place wherever you go. All across the state of Indiana, IBJ Media provides the news you need to know, and we're doing it now directly to your phone. To be a part of this, you can find it on your favorite app store. Just search IBJ Media.
Do you want the real scoop on what's happening in Indiana business? Check out the IBJ podcast. I'm Mason King, and each week I sit down with people who make news in Indiana to get insights and perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. It's business, but you won't need an MBA. The guests run the gamut from CEOs, developers, and sports executives to artists and chefs and financial planners. If there's a theme, it's that everything has a cost. And success often depends on how you define profit and loss. So if you want to deepen your understanding of the people and projects shaping Indiana, give the IBJ podcast a try. You can find it at ibjpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Want to give your team a real edge? The IBJ Group Plan delivers unlimited access to every story, every report, every video from IBJ and Inside Indiana Business for your whole team. Cover some or all of your employees with one simple payment. The more you add, the more you save. It's smart, it's flexible, and it saves you up to 30% off the standard rate. Already have IBJ subscribers in your office? Group up and save big. Learn more and get started now at ibj.com/group-plan.